Alright, so being home alone for long periods of time, yeah, that can get pretty tough, especially when your house is tiny and there's not much to do. And it's even tougher when all of your friends are playing Animal Crossing, and like in Japan right now, you can't even get a Switch. Or can you? And so Switches are kind of hard to find right now because production and shipments stopped. And with that, the stocks were depleted, and all across Japan, there were no more Nintendo Switches being sold. And as things were progressing, you had all these people that were going out and buying the Nintendo Switches and the lights and purchasing them for the purpose of hanbai or reselling. And they would go to these furima, or the free market. Is it free market or flea market? But they would go on these different sites and sell them as new but used. Used but new? Yeah, just reselling them for like almost double the price. And so you have these Switches being sold for like 50,000 yen plus, which is about $450, $500 for just a regular Nintendo Switch. So as we hit the beginning of April, now we're seeing the stocks come back in. And so these stores like Geo it's kind of like a GameStop of Japan. They sell used games and consoles as well, but also the new systems. And they're starting to get stocked. Yodobashi, Bic Camera are starting to get stocks now. But now you have the same problem of they're still limited and people are coming in to buy them just for the purpose of reselling. And you'd think that the Nintendo website would be a good place to go to. However, they put on their site going to be sold soon in the beginning of April. And because of that, everyone was rushing to the site. It got really congested, and the Nintendo Switch portal or the page just went down. And even when they do go in stock, it sells out almost immediately. All right, so Twitter, as you all know, is used across the globe for not just keeping up with friends, but for just keeping up with news as well. And so for me, I use it a lot for earthquake news or for natural disasters, as well as train delays and when things are rescheduled. But it also is a good outlet for any current events that are happening within different regions. Because I'm in Japan, mine automatically goes to the Japanese region and it tells me a lot of Japan news. So it's like Reddit, except better? I don't know, I like it better. But apparently it works for keeping update on Nintendo and product stocks as well. So I went on Twitter and I looked up Nintendo switch nyuuka, but there were a couple accounts that would actually give up-to-date information on where there would be stocks across Japan. And so it's like, oh, Gunma-ken in these locations, or in Tokyo in these select stores. And some of them are rumors, some of them are true, but then you have all these people commenting and saying like, oh, I was able to get one here, I called and it was fine. And I was scrolling along and that's where I saw a post saying all of the Geos in Japan had recently just restocked their Switch supplies. It's kind of annoying though, because once you get to the store, Geo set up where each product has like a ticket that you can pull out, and you bring that ticket up to the register and that's where they give you the product. But for the Switches, they literally just said sold out, there's no stocks in. But I figured I should ask one of the employees, because there was a lady at the register that looked really, really excited. She was like, she had a Switch that she was paying for. So they must have had some stock somewhere, or maybe that was the last one, that's why she was so pumped. But I decided to ask the clerk, and he told me there wasn't anything, and I told him, look, I saw it on Twitter, can you check? Literally turns around, looks at the shelf, and says, oh yeah, there's one neon one, do you want it? So last night, today is April 16th, Nintendo tweeted that they're gonna be restocking Switches along with a couple different items very soon, within this month. So with that information, they did update their website this morning to say that Switches will be shipped by May 10th. In addition to that, all the other retailers that sell them at normal MSRP of around $33,000 with tax included also made some announcements, whether it's on their social media or on their websites directly. So for example, for Bic Camera, they do a lottery system where you can enter for a chance to purchase whatever the item is, in this case the Switch. for theirs from April 21st through April 23rd. They do it for a couple of days. You can put your name in, just essentially sign in with your Bic Camera account, and then enter through their website. There's an English option as well if you can't read Japanese. So within a week or so, they update everyone and say, hey, look, you've won the lottery, or I'm sorry, you haven't. And if you have, you're able to purchase the item within a certain time period. Especially with all the things going on right now, a lot of these stores aren't actually selling them in store, and so everything's handled online. All the items will be delivered to your home, and yeah, social distancing. A couple other stores like Geo, which I didn't know, is apparently they have a mobile app. So I have an Android and I was able to find the app on the Play Store. The only thing with apps on the Play Store is that it's finicky, where you have to have a Japanese account in order to download Japanese apps. And so if you don't have a Japanese account, it might get a little wonky. But with the app, they're doing a very similar thing to Bic Camera, where essentially there's a lottery and you apply for a chance to purchase one, and then you just buy it within a certain time frame. Yeah, so in looking through the Twitter like Switch and nyuuka, I did find there's a couple of stores doing the similar like lottery system. So there's one store called Joshin, Joshin. There's another one called Mr. Max. I've never seen those stores before, but there are a bunch of, they look and sound sketchy, but they're actually legit retailers online in Japan. So I don't know, check it out. But yeah, that's just a little bit of information on how you can get your own Nintendo Switch while you're in Japan. Stocks are available. It's just, I think it just takes time with all the things that are happening right now. I'm trying to get my hands on a Ring Fit Adventure. That's another thing that is up for grabs in that lottery system. But yeah, hopefully this information was helpful for you. Yes, there's a lot of Japanese that you might have to figure out. Google Translate, pretty good in these scenarios. But again, sites like Bic Camera, like these big ones, they do have a language like translation option available. It's not the best, but it does work. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, or if you just DM me on Instagram, I'll do my best. Okay, all right. Thanks so much for watching. I'm gonna go back to, give me these. I'm gonna go back to this and catch you next time. Peace.